off with some creativity. I'm Lalla Essaydi and this is Studio Saturdays. Today we'll be creating geometric pattern coasters inspired by artist Lalla Essaydi.
For today's project, you will need a wood square, colored pencils, a pencil, and a ruler. Lalla Essaydi is a contemporary artist whose work focuses on her identity as a woman, a Muslim, a Moroccan, and an artist. Contemporary means things happening right now in the present, but it can also relate to things that happened in the past 10 to 30 years. When we say contemporary artist, that means an artist who is making art right now or was making art within that time. Lalla Essaydi's photography centers on Islamic calligraphy, a visual art involving writing words in a decorative way, the female body, and the importance of architectural space in Islamic culture. In her art, Essaydi shows large interior spaces covered with patterns, placing women within them as if they are trapped. Essaydi states that in Arab cultures, public spaces like markets and streets are seen as places for men, and private spaces like the home are seen as places for women. By putting her female subjects in one small area of the larger spaces she's photographing, Essaydi suggests that they are trapped by the rules of men, represented by the walls and architecture. In Islamic culture, calligraphy, geometric shapes, and floral or plant designs are used for the decoration of buildings. In many Islamic communities, this is partly because images of humans and animals are not allowed. This practice is called aniconism. Islamic art instead turns to words, flowers, and shapes to add beauty to buildings. Patterns of stars, circles, squares, and leaf or vine shapes are common, and the patterns often weave together with no clear beginning or end. A common pattern in Moroccan design is the 8-pointed star, which is made by two overlapping squares. For today's activity, we will be focusing on the geometric designs found within Moroccan tiles by creating our own mosaic-inspired wooden coaster. Using the 8-pointed star as a jumping-off point, you can take inspiration from the tiles and colors in Lalla Essaydi's photograph or create your own design using calligraphy, flowers, and leaves and other shapes. Imagine if your design was spread across many tiles to cover a room. Would each tile be its own design, or would they weave together and connect? Keep that idea in mind when creating your drawing. Now it's time to think like an artist. If you could only decorate your room with words, what would you write? Will your tile be monochromatic or multicolored? Why? Let's get started. First, measure the edge of your wood square with a ruler and find the middle of it. Repeat the same step on the top. Then use your ruler to draw a horizontal line going across the center. Turn your square over and repeat the same steps to create an X going across the middle of your wooden tile. Line the ruler diagonally to the top and bottom corners of the square. Draw a line to connect them. Repeat this on the opposite side to create two diagonal lines. Now draw a circle large enough for the edges of the circle to touch the sides of the square. You can trace the bottom of a large cup or a lid to create a perfect circle. Find the point where the circle meets the diagonal line. Use the ruler to connect it to the other meeting point and draw a line. Turn your wooden square and repeat these steps to create a square inside of the circle. Now find the point where the circle meets the horizontal and vertical lines. Use the ruler to connect it to another meeting point and draw a line. Repeat these steps to create a diamond inside of the circle. You should now have 2 squares within your circle. For this next step, you may choose how you want to erase your lines around the 8-point star. I'm erasing the circle and keeping the diagonal lines to create a diamond shape in the center. You can keep your design geometric, like my 8-point star, or you can add in more circles, squares, and other designs to make your own unique tile. Use colored pencils to color the wooden square. You can use shading, color schemes, and other techniques to make your tile stand out.
Thanks so much for joining me today while we made geometric pattern coasters inspired by Lalla Essaydi. Be sure to join me next time where we'll be folding origami cranes inspired by Masao Yamamoto. Have a great weekend and happy crafting!
Thanks again for joining us for Studio Saturdays. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to find out when a new video is uploaded. Have a good day!